Chelsea 2, Arsenal 3, and it's a job half done right now. It could have been out of the park. It should have really been out of the park. I'm actually disappointed about it. Normally, if this was a Premier League game, I would have took the 3 points, moved on. Wouldn't have been a problem. But this game here, we've only gotten the first leg done, and it's an important first leg. But at the same time, I'm a little bit disappointed. We got 3 goals, and I mean, any lead I would have been absolutely thrilled with, but I have to look at the results, had to look at how we played, and I have to say, we could have been out of the park. We should have been, really. Absolutely irking me that Garnacho comes on, and all of a sudden he decides to turn into prime Cristiano Ronaldo. But at the end of the day, it's just our own fault again. We don't make things easy for ourselves. Sorry, there's a bit of something stuck in my throat. But I mean, looking at these stats right now, we had 42% possession compared to their 57. We had, well, 58, sorry. We had 17 shots compared to their 10, 6 shots on target compared to their 5. We missed 1 big chance, they didn't miss a big chance. We had 9 corners compared to their 6. We only had 295 accurate passes compared to their 421. And our pass accuracy was about 83% compared to their 85. And of course, both of us had 4 yellow cards. But I feel a bit disappointed in that, because you can see statistically we more or less dominated, especially with our attack. We look dangerous going forward, and it's the first time in a while that I can really say that we look dangerous going forward. But defensively, I thought we got sloppy. And Timber, I'm always backing Timber all the time, especially on the right back position, but Timber today, I'm just really unimpressed with. I couldn't believe the amount of times he gave Esteval absolute acres of space on the right wing of our penalty box. And he kept doing it. It wasn't a one-time thing. He just kept doing it. It's like he didn't learn his lesson once. I'm sorry, Timber. Look, I back you. I rate you. I really do. But I rate you as a right back. On the left back position, there was like no defence whatsoever. And even I saw Timber. I saw him consistently going into the midfield. And I don't know if this is just a tactic from Arteta at this point. Maybe it is. But it gave Esteval, who, to me, was Chelsea's best player today, it gave him so much space to work. He is very unlucky, Esteval, to not get something out of that game. But now, where we stand with this, of course, and I've got to give credit as well to Victor Gyökeres. And Victor Gyökeres, a goal and an assist, it's what he's here for. And that's pretty good. It's a pretty good game for Victor Gyökeres. And I can see as well, in his not so enthusiastic celebration, that he clearly thinks that he should be doing more overall in a season. And it's clear that he knows that. And yes, the goal he scored, it was a yard out. He could seldom miss, but at the same time, you got to be there in order to score it. And that Zubimendi goal as well, that Gyökeres assisted. Oh my word. That was just beautiful. But regardless, we've got the advantage in the first leg. And now we're going to go to the second leg, which is an even bigger advantage for us because it's at the Emirates Stadium. And we've seen before, we've got an absolute record at the Emirates Stadium. We haven't been beaten there yet. And hopefully that continues. We can't afford to be beaten. If we just go there and just get the first goal, I feel like that's a bit of a killing blow. Well, actually, I take that back. Not a killing blow, but it's once again damaging to them, being 2 goals ahead again. And this is what I'm saying. We've got to score the first 2 goals. Well, we have to score the first goal, but the second goal we need as well. We've been 2 goals up against this Chelsea team twice today. And somehow, we've only got a 1-goal advantage. And that's why I'm saying I'm disappointed. It just didn't need to happen. This game, this second leg should be absolutely out of sight right now. Chelsea should be looking at that and thinking we can't get anything out of this. Let's put on our weakest team and just take the L. But that didn't happen. As things stand, if I was Chelsea, I'd be looking at it and saying it's a hard game. We may as well just go for it. And they will have as well. They'll have the likes of Caicedo back as well. And that, again, is another cause for concern. But regardless, let's get now into the player ratings. Let me bring the team up. And starting off in goal, Kepa. Didn't do too much wrong. I think he could have done better in the goals, perhaps. I think both of them he could have done a bit better. Especially the second one. He just palms it away towards Garnacho, who's already got a goal over you. Garnacho couldn't have been in a better position for that. And of course, Kepa getting that booking. Overall, wasn't a horrible game for him. Didn't have too much to do. I'll give him a 7. Ben White. Now, Ben White opened up the game with a goal for us in the first 7 minutes. And that's a very good time to score a goal away against Chelsea. He was in the right place at the right time. Maybe the goalkeeper should have done better, really, but you have to be there when it counts, and Ben White was there when it counts. I was also quite impressed as well with Ben White. I was quite impressed with how often I saw Ben White passing the ball into Victor Gyökeres's path. And maybe Ben White might be the answer for that Victor Gyökeres situation. Ben White, solid performance. I am going to give him... I'll give him a 7.5. Now, William Saliba had a quite quiet game, if I'm honest. He got the ball occasionally. I don't recall too much that he did. I'll give him a 7 as well. Gabriel should have really got a goal. He had that header and he just headed it to the ground and it bounced up and it went over the bar. You've got to be putting that away, Gabriel. If that goes away, we're 3 goals ahead. They ain't catching up to that. Gabriel, I think I'll give him... Didn't have a horrible game either, to be fair. I'll give him a 7 as well. Timber. Now this is where this all changed. Timber, I thought, had an absolutely dreadful game. I thought Esteval was just getting the better of him, not because it was a battle, but because Timber was giving him the space. I saw him one time, I believe it was the second half, where Timber was marking Esteval, and then he moves away from Esteval to join Gabriel and Saliba. Like, what are you doing? Stay on Esteval. They're going to pass to him. They've been passing to him the whole game. That's clearly what they intend to do. Timber, I was not impressed whatsoever. And that yellow card that he got was just the icing on the cake for me. Timber, I'm giving a 3. Very disappointing game for him. Martin Odegaard. I thought Martin Odegaard had a good game. I genuinely don't know why he was taken off. Martin Odegaard, I liked the way he carried the ball. I enjoyed the way that he was still pushing ways forward. And he did look like he was ready and willing to just go at Chelsea. Odegaard, impressive performance, 7.5. Martin Zubimendi. Now, Martin Zubimendi, of course he got that goal. And it was a phenomenal... It was chef's kiss goal. And of course that lay along as well. Laid it on for Victor Gyökeres. It just made it even better. Gyökeres getting a goal and an assist. But Zubimendi, the only problem with Zubimendi is that he did kind of slip. I believe it was the second goal that Chelsea scored where he slipped and it kind of just became a Jenga tower at that point. But Zubimendi, overall, impressive performance. I'll give him a 7.5. It could have been a bit higher if he just didn't make that mistake. Declan Rice. Declan Rice, of course, he got the assist for the first goal. Impressive header, really. Other than that, he did also show a little bit of dominance in the midfield. He only came off in the 82nd minute. And he looked quite likely to go forward, quite likely to cause problems for Chelsea. It was a strong performance from him. I'm giving Declan Rice a 7.5. Bukayo Saka. This time was different. Bukayo Saka, this time, he looked like he had Cucurella on toast. Cucurella, especially after getting that yellow card, looked like he was too afraid to put a tackle in. And so often, Bukayo Saka found space, found himself one-on-one, and you know what Saka can do one-on-one. Saka, I'm going to give a 7.5. Victor Gyökeres. This has been astronomically rare for me to say this. Victor Gyökeres actually had a brilliant game. Even those tiny little things of winning little corners or getting the ball back, and he didn't do it all game, but he did it in the second half, and he did it when it mattered. Obviously, he got that goal, 1 yard, could seldom miss really, but you got to be there when it counts, and again, Gyökeres was there. And of course, he got that assist, and it's a brilliant assist to get. Victor Gyökeres is getting an 8, and Gyökeres is my man of the match, and it's been so rare for me to say that. Well, I can't lie, it feels really good. Trossard. He did get that booking. I believe it was Esteval that he pulled. And it was one of those ones where he got a booking, but then he got Esteval a booking at the same time. Trossard, other than that, I don't recall too much he did, and to be subbed off for Martinelli was the right decision for me. Trossard, I will give a 7. Now, Mikel Arteta. I thought Mikel Arteta bringing on Mourinho didn't make too much sense to me, especially when you're only 1 goal ahead. Granted, we did go 2 goals ahead at one point, afterwards anyways, but I still don't feel that was the correct decision for me. I thought Odegaard was having too good of a match. Other than that, though, his other substitutions that he made, bringing on Jesus, Martinelli, bringing on Kai Havertz, that to me made more sense, and I was really happy to see it. I'm going to give Arteta, I mean, we relied on set pieces, but I'll give him an 8. Referee, Simon Hooper. Didn't think he had a horrible game, really. Maybe a few occasional questionable decisions, both for and against Arsenal. But nothing too crazy. I'll give Simon Hooper a 7. I think it's a pretty quiet game from him, really. And of course, the fans. And I heard the Arsenal fans, more than I heard the Chelsea fans. The fans were unbelievable. And the little banter that they talked about with, what's his face, Thomas Frank. Apparently he's a silver member, I think something like that. It's really good to hear from Arsenal fans that we're finally finding a bit of voice. The fans are getting a 10. They usually do, and they deserve it. But anyways, that's my match review for Chelsea 2, Arsenal 3. Let me know what you think down below. Like, share, and comment, and please do subscribe. It really does help out the channel. And I will be seeing you in the match preview for Nottingham Forest versus Arsenal. Goodbye for now.